Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. I am so thrilled you're here today. If you're a focused learner looking to unlock a completely new linguistic world, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're taking on the building blocks of the Arabic language and unlocking what we call the pentagram of mastery. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Arabic is a beautifully complex language, and taking those first steps, it can feel like standing at the base of a massive mountain. But my goal today is to show you that with the right structure, a few visual tools, and a bit of enthusiasm, mastering these basics isn't just doable, it's incredibly rewarding. Okay, let's dive right in.
So, what's the secret to starting Arabic without feeling totally overwhelmed? Honestly, it's a great question. Most people fail because they try to memorize these massive random vocabulary lists without any real framework, like they completely lack a roadmap. But today, we're tossing out that old, intimidating rulebook. We're going to replace it with a simple, visually guided path to fluency that focuses on just 3 core pillars of everyday life. And they're all bound together by a really powerful 5-step learning engine.
Think of this as your personal roadmap to fluency. Instead of random lists, everything you actually need is organized super logically. Over on one side, we anchor our communication with greetings. On the other, we quantify our world through numbers and time. And time the whole shebang together right at the bottom is our 5-step mastery engine. It perfectly connects the what you need to learn with the how you're going to learn it. So here's our game plan for today. First, greetings. Second, calendar and time. Third, numbers 1 to 100. Fourth, the 5-step method. And fifth, active practice. Starting with Section 1, Greetings, your first steps. Ahlan wa sahlan. This translates to welcome or hello, and guys, it's your absolute foundational phrase. Whether you're walking into a room, joining a Zoom meeting, or just making a new friend, Ahlan wa sahlan is the golden key that opens the door to Arabic communication. It's warm, it's universal, and it instantly shows you're open to connecting. Now, once you've opened that door with a warm welcome, you gotta know how to navigate the rest of that basic interaction, right? The phrase tasharrafna is what you use when you're introduced to someone. It literally translates to nice to meet you, expressing genuine pleasure at the encounter. And, well, every good conversation has to end eventually, which is where ila al-liqa comes in. This is your polite, go-to way of saying goodbye or until we meet again. Honestly, just these 3 phrases, welcome, nice to meet you, and goodbye, give you a complete conversational loop to start practicing with.
Moving right along to Section 2, Calendar and Time, Navigating the Year.
Time in Arabic follows the exact same natural chronological cycles we're all used to. The year is divided up into 4 distinct seasons. We start with the cold of winter, Asheti, transition into the blooming of spring, Arabiya, heat up during the summer, As-Saif, and cool down as the leaves change in autumn, Al-Karif. Recognizing these 4 seasons is honestly a foundational step in mastering conversational time-telling. It's what allows you to plan, reflect, and just share experiences about the world around you. Now, zooming in a bit, let's look at how the micro level of time is structured. The Arabic week consists of 7 days, sure, but it typically kicks off with Saturday and wraps up with Friday. And Friday? It holds a massive cultural and religious significance as a day of gathering. So that TGIF feeling we all know, it takes on a much more literal and communal meaning here. Getting your head around this slight shift in perspective is absolutely crucial for scheduling, making plans, and truly grasping the cultural rhythm of the Arabic-speaking world.
All right, Section 3, numbers 1 to 100, Quantifying your world.
100. I know, seeing that milestone can be super intimidating for a beginner in literally any language. But listen, mastering digits from 1 all the way up to 100 is completely within your reach because the Arabic number system is just incredibly logical. The secret to reaching 100 is visual recognition, specifically learning to distinguish between the placeholders for the ones column and the tens column. Once you grasp that simple pattern of how numbers combine, actually counting to 100 becomes this smooth, predictable process rather than just a painful exercise in rote memorization.
Which brings us to Section 4, the 5-step method, the secret to learning.
Okay, pay attention because these 5 steps are your ultimate learning framework. Step 1 is Iqra, or read. This builds your visual recognition of word shapes and number columns. Step 2 is Uktub, or write. The physical act of copying the phrases and numbers by hand, it permanently cements their structure right into your visual memory. Step 3 is Istami, or listen.
This is vital, absolutely vital for capturing correct pronunciation, understanding how letters are articulated, and hearing how numbers sound when combined. Step 4 is tahadeth, speak. You've got to take what's in your head and push it out into the real world. Say the words out loud. It builds your conversational confidence. And finally, step 5 is career. Repeat.
And our final section, number 5. Active practice, connecting the steps.
So the crucial point here is really understanding the difference between passive and active learning. I mean, reading a number on a page or listening to someone say Alan Wasallan, those are passive activities. Don't get me wrong, they're incredibly important for gathering information and identifying shapes and sounds, but they just aren't enough on their own. You have to cross the bridge into active learning. That means physically writing out the seasons, like Ashita for winter, with your own hand. It means standing in your kitchen and speaking the numbers aloud to yourself. Active learning is what builds that muscle memory and the conversational confidence you need to actually use the language.
And that brings us right back to the secret ingredient, career, or repeat. Think of this as the glue, the binder of all previous skills. Look, you can read, write, listen, and speak a word once, but if you don't repeat that cycle, the knowledge just fades. Repetition is what ensures you won't forget those days of the week, the 4 seasons, or how to count to 100. By regularly cycling through these steps, you transform fragile, short-term memorization into robust, lasting fluency. It's literally the engine that drives your entire language journey forward.
Wow, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? From your very first Ahlan wa Sahlan to mapping out the entire year, all powered by a proven 5-step learning method. But look, an explainer is just passive listening until you take action. You've got the roadmap, you've got the 5 steps, so I leave you with this. Which Arabic word are you going to write or speak aloud the second this ends? Pick one, just one, and start your journey right now. Thank you so much for joining me today, and keep learning.